be a wonderful lady come in, and her name is Dr. Staples. Can you say Dr. Staples?
Dr. Staples.
She is a scientist in biology. She has worked at NASA, and now she has the pleasure of teaching new science teachers how to be science teachers. And so she is my teacher. So, and she was also Miss Wild's teacher. So, she is a very, very smart lady. So when she comes in here, she will sit in the back. She might ask you a few questions, but most of the time she's just going to be looking at this right here as evidence of what we've been doing. So if we're going to go back into our engineering design process. Sure.
Okay. Miss Sanders fixed it this morning, so that's good to go.
I'm a loud person. Hopefully I don't blow y'all away. Okay, so in our engineering process, what was our story about? Can somebody tell me what our story is about? You were the first hand to come up.
A little boy whose crops were on the other side of a river, and he had to get across and get the crops, but he couldn't go across the water, so he had to build a bridge.
Perfect. So our problem was that we had landform issues, correct? So we had what? Meandering. It was a meandering river, which it sways, remember? And so what happens to one side? What happens where it's nice and big? We have a plain, you are correct. Okay, so this is a floodplain. And remember what we talked about, erosion, what that word meant?
Yes.
Arthur? How fast and slow it went. But, yes, Jacoby?
It went how fast, and so it's fast and slow, and what kind of how it goes, I think.
Yes. So how it gets cut away. So we've talked about on the outsides, it is going to erode fast or slow?
Fast.
Fast. Okay, and on the insides where the cut bank, slow. Okay, and so what does it do with all of this land, all of this beach and ocean gets washed away, and we take all of this sand, and where does it go? Trace. Yeah, it goes out into the oceans through the river systems, and so we are taking away all the time. So what did we talk about when we were talking about our lands? In our story, we have, you said farming over here, and we need to get to the other side. So we asked some questions that were really smart. Do you have anybody that wrote down our questions that we asked? Violet, what kind of questions did we ask?
How does the flooding? How can we stop the flooding?
Okay, how can we stop the flooding? Anybody else write down a different question, Sawyer?
How can we get to the other side?
How can we get to the other side? That was the big one, right?
Oh, I think I know one, a new one, I guess.
All right, give it to me.
How can we make it? Brick, metal.
Yeah. You don't have your picture?
I have like for the ass.
Oh, what was the other question?
How do we stick it together?
How do we stick it together? You're correct.
That one was done. I think I think about it.
Okay. Okay, so we asked questions, and then we imagined if we were this child that needed to get from one side to the next, knowing what we know about landforms and the river systems, what kind of device did we come up with that we would need to get from one side to the next? What is that we figured out?
A bridge.
We need to figure out a way to get over there with a bridge. And did Miss Roche tell you what kind of bridge?
No.
No. I left that completely up to you, right? And so every single one of you have a different idea of what your bridge is going to look like. So now we did the plan. So if you haven't already, it's okay if you want to take out a piece of paper and get to plan. And I want you to commit to paper what it is you want your bridge to look like. So some of the materials that we listed, some of you, Violet, let's see what yours is. We had sticks and leaves and some kind of a glue or mud, dirt, concretion, let's see, vines, ropes, popsicle sticks. Sawyer put down Gorilla Glue, metal, blueprints, markers. These are the materials we need because blueprint is your design, what you're doing right now. So if you haven't already, let's take just about 10 minutes as I'm going over this to kind of start jotting down, just in case we have some. Josiah, you want to start yours? You want to get a piece of paper? And we're going to make a river system on your paper. You know how that looks. Every engineer, wait a second, what's an engineer?
Someone who designs and makes things.
Designs and make things.
Someone that plans things. Tries to like they have this blue paper that they could plan it on, so they could write it and how they're gonna do it, and then they like once person like an engineer starts to building it with other engineers and people that help them.
Great, yes.
They help repair stuff.
And they help repair stuff too. What else do they do?
And they build a house.
They do build houses. So engineers, a good way to remember what an engineer does is they see a need for something like a house or a bridge or a building, and they see a purpose in it, and then they figure out by using brain, technology, materials, what they know about the land, on how to use the land to make sure that it's going to work. And there are different kinds of engineers. The kind of engineer that we're learning about is actually called...
If you can please start making your way down to the gym for the orchestra performance, it starts at 10 o'clock.
Ours is called a geotechnical. So when I say the word geo, it looks like this. Okay.
We are not going to the orchestra concert this morning because we needed to get this lesson done and we wanted to make sure you had enough time to get started. So we warned you with an extra recess or something on Friday, but we're going to keep going with this because this is going to be...
I have the best idea how to do it.
Okay.
You know, so like on a farm, like you can,
Trace, can you get the door for me?
like if you cut down trees, you can like make it
Thank you, Arthur.
like with rope, tie it to all of them together, then put it on and it can be like a raft and you can walk across and get on the other side.
I like your ideas. So when I say geo, and this kind of engineer that we're learning about, Judah, pay attention, please. So this geo means earth. So what part of engineer we're going to be today are geotechnical. Does technical always mean technology?
Technically, that's not true.
Okay. Jacoby.
Or like, wait, are we talking about the word technically? Like, I don't know
Okay. So
what Arthur said.
Okay, so technology is not always an iPad. It is pen and paper and being able to use the world around us to make something. Did you know that even our primate apes use tools? They find things like sticks and stuff to make their life easier. So even our friends that are monkeys in the jungles are using tools. They can be engineers too. So today, you have your plan in front of you. So, and I need the list. So now, I have taken that list from you guys, and I did my best to get almost everything I can think of that was on your list to make the bridges that you had conceptualized. What does that mean? Imagined. I wanted to make what you had on your paper come to life as much as humanly possible within the realms of not being actually in the jungle, okay? Peter, pay attention, please. Okay, so we have our questions. We have our designs. We have our materials. Now, here's what's going to happen. Every single one of you are going to have a cup, 2 cups, that's going to have soil in it. Why do you think I have to give you a cup of soil?
For one, stir the bridge and the other stir.
Perfect, Sawyer. Thank you so much. We talked about the solidification of the soil underneath and how loose and watery that soil is going to be. So it's going to influence our design and how much weight it can hold, right? And in this, and I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of water in each one. And this will simulate your starting point of each side of the water system, okay? Glue. There is several types of tape. There are scissors. There are rope. Let's see what else we have. We'll have Legos.
Earlier because the Legos count as us for bricks because you didn't get real bricks because then if we got real bricks then it would break down our whole thing.
Okay, so if we got real bricks, it would break down your system and it would never work. So I had to get something that was similar to the idea that you had. Hold on, Violet. So the Legos are going to represent your bricks. And we talked about how in the rainforest and stuff, there are societies that live there that can make all kinds of things, right? So some of the things over there are going to simulate what is actually used in making a bridge, okay? So when you're using that, be mindful. how would they stick those bricks together? They wouldn't interlock them. They would have to have a way to paste them. And Violet had on her paper mud and concretions. A concretion is a way to stick things together like concrete, kind of like mortar in between the two bricks. And for that, Miss Roche got you some Play-Doh. Okay? And there are several different ones over there. And I am going to let this side, 3 at a time, go and pick your supplies. I said 3 at a time. That doesn't look like 3 at a time. Please back up. Yes.
And what if we need something else that we have put on our paper? Can we go?
Oh, Violet asked a great question. What you committed to paper on yesterday, or Monday, sorry. What you committed to paper on Monday will be the design that you make. That will be the one that we test. If you need to improve your design or change it because it does not hold weight or it does not work, that will happen after we test it the first time, because we want to make sure that the first time that you put things on paper works or doesn't work. So whenever we will improve, okay? And then while we're improving, we need to ask ourselves new questions. What kind of questions would we ask?
Really like, you could ask what it.
Weight.
I was just asking, like, get something that was on our paper. Can we go back and get it? Like,
No.
if-
What is paper? What you've committed to paper is your plan. And that is what we are going to create. If we change it now, we haven't given it a fair chance. So let's give our first design that we believed in enough to put on paper a shot. And after we do that, then we can change it, Violet. So what is another question? If it falls after we do that, what other questions can we ask?
That's not really a question, but we could just like rebuild it, like,
So you could rebuild.
because
Would you build it exactly the same?
yeah.
You would build it exactly the same.
Third time.
Third time's the charm. So some of you said that you would think about ways improve the design. Okay. So we have little cups that I am going to put a lot of water in, simulating a person walking across it, giving it some mass. What is mass?
Wait.
Weight, right? I'm going to give it some mass. If it should fall, are we going to have tears and be upset?
No.
No.
Engineers don't get sad if there's, they try it over.
I think engineers can get frustrated. That's probably a better emotion to feel.
But they try it over and over.
But they try it over and over again. And you know what we call that? Tenacity.
I know.
So I'm going to need you to have tenacity.
What's tenacity?
Tenacity is never giving up, even when it does your way and you're getting really frustrated and you feel like you want to just give up and run away or leave the class or just quit altogether. I'm going to need you to have some tenacity. how it might be a little bit different and how it might hold that weight. Okay? So Miss Wild has some things. Oh,
But like when Toby came, he's going to take all of this. So if the first 6 people come and take the whole bag of Legos, there won't be any for the rescue. There's other supplies, so you need to think about what you really need and not take a whole bag of something, okay?
right. And only people taking Legos are the ones that put it on paper. Just remember that. The only people that are taking Legos, when I walk by your plan, it will have a picture of brick.
Yes.
And there were only a few of you that had brick. Most of you used wood. And some of you said metal. We have straws for the metal beams. Okay? We have popsicle sticks.
I need a wooden plate.
Okay, well here's some bigger sticks.
Whoa. TJ.
That's right. Here's some mistakes.
There's a lot of sticks. I'm gonna open this up.
Okay. Here's some straws if anybody wants to use straws.
Okay, I'm all set to go.
Ooh, this is kind of wet already.
Huh? Well, you can use ropes, fine.
Jacoby, here's your starting point. I will bring you your starting point in just a second, TJ. TJ, here's your starting point. Those are your starting point. That's where your 2 points of the bridge will start. They have to come out of the soil. Yes. Some people put rocks. Hold on one second, friend.
I said rocks.
Rocks.
I think I do.
Yep. From that point.
That's how you build it?
So your bridge needs. Need a whole bag of Legos. Whole bag. What are you sticking your Legos to? Okay. You want to come? Okay. Okay.
There's still some.
I thought we were doing this side of the class.
Yeah, we are.
So I guess you thought that you should be able to do what you wanted. Jacob, John, and Ethan.
Do you have your design? Do you know what you're getting? Okay, let's start with our starting points.
So how do we do this again? This.
Oh, that's a you're the engineer.
Yes.
I need some gay.
Somewhat?
Gay.
Some what? Gate?
So what could you use for a gate?
Found it.
Yeah, we have this.
We have these kind of
We have these
sticks.
long dowels you could use.
We have tape to put those together. What you got?
Everybody's designing their own. So everybody has their own ideas.
Okay.
Don't criticize somebody else's ideas. Okay. Okay. And then there's this kind of string. There's some tape right here. If you need tape.
Yeah, I have several different kinds of tape.
Where's the rope at?
The
It's over
rope
there.
is right there.
What else do you need, John? Okay, Carter H, come over. I said come over.
Trace, be careful. There are cups that have soil that are right there. Those are your starting point. That's the idea.
Where's the?
Desk. I put some Legos on your desk.
Coming out of the starting point. So it needs to account for the erosion and the wet soil.
Okay. Yep.
The two boogies.
Those can be,
Mrs. De Leon has rope over there.
The cup for those.
you can make it however you designed it, using whatever materials we have here that you thought of, what you conceptualized. And you were like, I know how to make the best bridge ever.
I need pop. I need Play-Doh. Thank you. What did you get for my medal?
Metal would be either these or the straws. You can kind of make however you want.
Like the bridge.
I'm going to need you to use your imagination with the supplies that we have. What can represent metal for your bridge? What could you use to give it that sturdiness?
I like how Trace and Arthur and Ethan just came over and just got their stuff. Did anybody tell you to come over here? I know Ethan, Trace, did somebody tell you to come over? Okay, Arthur, did somebody tell you to come over?
Does your design have rocks?
Why?
You can only take what your design had.
Everybody else takes their materials also.
We have glue
So
here.
how do you think that makes them feel? The ones that are sitting there patiently and then you got up and came over and just got your stuff. How do you think, how would you feel? Let's just ask you that. How would you feel?
I was waiting for a while.
Again, though, you were not asked to
What
come
is
over.
that?
I heard
That is your starting point. Everybody. All right, engineers, I need you to think for just a minute. Everyone has 2 cups of soil, okay? Just like he's doing right there, John point needs to come out of the soil and build across from there. Yes, please. Huh? It's not your turn yet. We are waiting. So everyone should have a starting point. You need to take what you need for supplies and share with your partners.
You know what? No. You know what to do. You don't
We have I was looking for something similar to this so that they can put some glue on it so they can share.
Oh, yeah, we can use those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So some wanted wood glue, and there's only one bottle of actual wood glue. So that way we can put like a little dollop. Right? Remember, we have to start from inside the soil up. So our starting point, just like Jacob is doing, has to come from the soil because our problem comes with... We have more over here. Okay. Our problem is that we are having a hard time getting to the other side of our river because of the soil. So if we have a bridge that goes from one cup to the next, the inside of the cup in the soil is our start point, not the top of the cup. Okay? So you need to, what did I just say? Tell me what you just heard.
I need the big ones.
You need another cup.
I need the big ones.
Then go get a different cup.
Because some of you are doing exactly what you're not supposed to be doing.
Exactly the opposite. No one ever told me. I'm confused.
Okay. So you have to have 2 cups.
I'm trying
These
to make
2 cups of soil.
I'm trying to make my bridge as wide as it can be.
Okay. They need to be apart. Let's see what we're talking about, okay? If I can just have 2 seconds of your time to get some eyes up on me real quick. I hear a lot. Because they're putting planks from on top of a cup to the other side of a cup. Does that account for the wet soil of our land? And does that account for it laying on the surface? No. So we need to make something in our soil right here that can hold weight, that can get a person from one side to the next. So what you're doing right now, see, we have to start from inside the soil and build from there. We cannot have a bridge that goes from the top of our cup. Everyone needs 2 cups of soil. Why do we need 2 cups of soil? Trace? Yes, so we have our start and end of the bridge on the other side of a river system. Yes, Arthur? We have friends that are going. Yep. We still have 2 friends up there. Okay. So now that we've asked ourselves, how are we going to get to the other side? We know that we need to. We know that we have to start from inside. Let's use our design. We can't start from that way. We can't use the top of the cup. It only has to be from here to here. How are you going to stabilize your bridge? That's a great question. How are you going to stabilize your bridge if you can't use the top of your cup? That is a question that one of our friends...
You can do it like how it was on the board.
Oh. So I'm hearing some more ideas come up. Let's commit to what we put on. Please do not glue my Legos together. I have given you Play-Doh. Your Legos together.
No. She just got to take it apart.
Dang it.
No, we can just clean them. There's a sink for that. Of the top of your cup is off limits. You can only use the and point. That you need to use glue. If you don't want to use regular glue, there's a wood glue so that you can have access to it. I cannot help you. This is all you. I would love to see what your little brains can do as engineers, because we are not students today. We are engineers. Okay. There is wood glue right here. If you have a little piece of paper just like this that Miss Wild put on your desk.
What is that for?
This is so if you need wood glue, you can put that on top of there and be able to. Okay. Good job.
I can't get it out.
Okay. Let's get a pencil. Okay. You should be able to go now, Arthur.
You can still put the Legos on there. You just have to put the Play-Doh. You just have to put the Play-Doh. I've got these all rinsed off. I'm going to go set them on your desk, and when you're ready to come work, you can come work, okay?
Okay. Go ahead and get your supplies too.
Josiah, Eli,
Oh, sorry. Did I run out of cups of soil? Thank you so much. Do I need more cups? Oh, I got 40 some. Yeah. I know I saw some in this little bucket you had over here, Miss Wild. Okay. Perfect. Yes. Do I have leaves? No, but remember what I was saying about different types of concretions? And we talked about mud and dirt and all those things that we could use to make those things. So we have the Play-Doh and we have the glue. We have different types of glue that we could use to do that.
But I do need something for my brush, but I will work.
For the wood, we can use popsicle sticks. We could use dowels. And then we also have straws over there. Try and use. Hopefully I got enough oil for everything. Okay. Okay.
I need a big popsicle stick.
A big popsicle. Little ones
What?
and make one?
What?
Okay. Well, we can add those together.
Can we cut the straws?
Huh?
Can you cut the straws? How much you want?
Yes, you can cut the straws.
Huh?
Woo! We dropped. I'm dropping. I'm dropping. There we go. That was a mess.
What is the rocks for?
Some people put rocks as a stabilization for on top of their soil.
We need 4 of these big ones.
Can you put together? Yeah, you can put them together like that. Glue them and make a bigger one.
But Jacob needs 4.
Right, I'm going to show you.
Jacob, she's gonna show you how to make 4. Does everybody need like a piece of this string? I'm just asking.
So if you put the tips together like this and glue them,
Does everybody need a piece of this string?
not everybody,
I need
but there's plenty over here.
a big popsicle stick.
There's no more big ones. However, if you take these little ones and you put them together like this, and you can tape them together if you don't want to wait for the glue to dry.
Can we just glue those?
You can glue, but we also have several different types of tape. Our friends have it over here. There's other tape too. There should be a masking tape.
Miss Rochelle, I need that tape.
Okay. I don't know. If you have the masking tape, can you raise your hand for me?
Where am I gonna?
It is tan.
I can't. It's Sawyer.
No, that's regular Scotch tape.
Where am I gonna hold?
Oh, it's right here.
Excuse me,
Jacoby took mine the wood glue. You want this?
Okay.
from her.
I told Sawyer that I would give it to him. Here, Miss Roche.
The pieces of paper that are red on your desk are so that you can put wood glue on that piece of paper.
When am I gonna hold my bread?
Thank you. That's for you to think about. I can't tell you what to do with that.
He took a lot.
Okay. We need to share supplies. We have a whole classroom that need the same things too. There is some Play-Doh right here. You could use.
Carter.
If you have the wood glue, you have a piece of red paper, okay, on your desk that you can take the wood glue and put on that paper as a reference point to dip into so that we can share this with our friends. Who else needed wood glue?
It's not getting out.
Okay, then get a different one.
Only took 9 and there's like 11 more.
Is this your desk?
No, they're not.
There we go. Now we can just dip in there.
Oh, can you do
Yes, I can.
Because I was in.
Joey's not sharing the art supplies.
Which one?
Yeah, 9.
Okay.
I need wood glue.
Okay.
I'm getting glue.
Yes, 7 sticks. Make that one 8.
Teacher. I'm getting glue on
That is not a bridge. Okay.
It's not sticky.
Joey has
We
9.
need to wait. Let it dry.
Business.
Joey, wait, is that for the camera?
Mhm.
So you're the one who
Okay.
makes it. Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what, Judah?
Okay.
You tell everyone to mind their own.
I have a lot of friends asking Miss Roche, how am I doing this? How am I doing that? How am I building this? I don't know what to do. Am I allowed to give you answers on how you build your bridge?
I'm gonna
No. Yes.
I'm gonna need to wash my hands.
Okay. Yes, there's a sink in the back of the room. I'm coming to your desk. Okay. Other one. You tell me.
It's not.
We can get some. We can get some. There's plenty of. Plants. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Perfect.
Jacoby, if he can reuse it, let him reuse it.
Yeah, all of this could be reused. This is frustration. This is not tenacity right here. Is this yours?
Yes.
Yeah, this is not tenacity. What did I say about those feelings?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, if you choose not to do it, that's fine. But we're going to keep the supplies for our friends. Okay. See, lots of good ideas. Lots of good ideas. All right, how are we going to make them stick? You need more soil. Can you go get more dirt? You want more dirt? Yeah, we need more dirt. Yeah, it needs to be at least halfway up the cup so that they have a fair shot on balance. You want to get your rocks, and then we'll add more, because this is a great idea, Johan. This is a great idea. There we go. Now we're getting something done. That's so smart. There we go. You want to go get more rocks? You can go get more rocks if you need. Do you need more soil? If you have soil that's like halfway down, you could definitely go get soil. Okay.
I need more soil.
Okay. Here's some. Uh-oh, spaghettios. Spaghettios on the floor. One more time.
What is that going for?
It's another alternative source to hear things together. What does that mean? It's another way to stick stuff together.
Like to put on the side. Please say
Yeah, so I gave you lots of options to stick stuff together. I gave you 3 types of tape, and I have several types of string, and I have several types of glue. So
It has to be built off of what you glue over. You can't use your cups to build the bridge.
Oh no.
is that enough? There we go. You're welcome. Are you ready to try again?
Is there anything else for me to do? I need some tape. Because I'm not.
Nope, I did not collect any plants. Everybody
I'm
else
sorry
put them
that
in
you
their
feel
bag.
that way, Jacoby. Hey, I think you had a great idea. You can't use your cup. You cannot use your cup. You cannot use your cup. It has to come from up.
I'm doing this.
Okay. I can help tie, yes.
Yeah, it just keeps on like falling. I tie it and then it just falls down.
Perfect.
And look, it was like not stabilized.
Yeah.
Oh, we need a double knot.
I would think so, yeah.
I was trying to do it, and then you just teared it apart, and that didn't make sense. I didn't tear it apart.
part. I did not touch your bridge at all.
Is that a
Yeah. Do you want me to do the other one for you?
yes, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just took the Lego
Where-
wipe the glue off, and you have that crumbled the rest, and then decided you weren't going to work.
No, before that.
I'm done arguing with you over something that I did not do. How many you need? Your bridge. What else? What other?
Did you? We have best tape. If we have masking tape,
I have masking tape right here.
Miss Wild has masking tape. There's more soil, so you get more density there.
So you want me to just like pour it in a little bit?
Yeah, if you want to remove your rocks or maybe add layers. It's your design. It's your design.
I need this to drip down, but it won't drip down.
Well, think about how you can solve that. How can we solve that?
Trying to figure out how to get your rope on?
Problem. I need tape.
That is another way to solve the problem. Miss Wild has some tape that you could use. There's also some tape right here as well.
Okay, if you put on your plan.
I don't know if it's still recording. Okay. Can you use those scissors correctly? If you don't use them
No, I
correctly,
needed it so I can put it around so I can attach something.
I know, but if you're not holding the scissors correctly, you could really hurt yourself. So make sure you're holding onto those correctly. I like your idea. Very smart. I like how you did that.
I need kind of more.
You need more glue?
Yeah.
We need to find it. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm drawing.
Okay.
No, 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 no,
We can add more.
no.
I like that idea. That's smart. I think it's gonna work. Wow, look at that. Very cool. I see a lot of different ideas that are coming to life. A lot of frustration also. So what does that tell us? Designing. Right? Right? So if you look around the room, you see those different styles of thinking. I see suspended bridge with platform. I see frustration. Resources to stabilize in their cup. I see people reinforcing their bridges up top. I see people using different types of materials on different levels of their bridges. Yes. Yep.
You don't have to stick to your plan. So if you're recognizing that your plan's not working, you can do different
I'm done.
You're done? Let me see this done. I like it. I can't wait till it dries so that we can test it. Now keep in mind, everybody, the bridge that you're building still needs to dry before we put any weight on there, because I want you to have a fair shot at being able to hold weight. So we will not test it until Friday, so it has a chance to dry, and you have a chance to make arrangements to change things up or to get new supplies. If I need to get new supplies, yes. If you have supplies that are considered still reusable, you can put them on the back table. If you have put glue or have cut those supplies, that is not just string, but like a straw or anything like that, you can throw those materials in the trash. Okay. For the ones that are done, yeah. If you have Play-Doh, make sure that what is not being used has a lid on it whenever we put it up, so that way the rest of our friends have an opportunity to use that resource. Maybe these to clamp it, so that way it stays kind of like that, where it's kind of pushed together. There we go. That way it dries level.
Yeah.
Lots of great ideas. Which sticks do we need to share? If he's gathered those supplies, then those are the ones that he's going to use for his bridge. What's available is on that table. We're not taking from other friends that have gathered their supplies. Yes. Okay.
So I couldn't tie them together.
Okay.
So I added this extra one that you gave to me.
Okay.
And I put it there, and it needs more soil because I need to like.
We're only given 2 cups. So I'm asking this question. Okay. I see where you're going. So how can we adhere these to where we can put them from here
Have you seen the gorilla?
without having a cup in the middle?
Have you seen the gorilla?
Glue. Have you seen the Gorilla Glue?
I have not. It's somewhere.
Glue probably.
I have not. If one of our friends has the Gorilla Glue, can you please raise your hand? We have some friends that need help. There it is on the back table.
I get it. Yeah, I saw you went to grab the thing. No one doesn't look like I have any.
Now I gotta get up.
I get it.
I was getting up the other day and my knees made a little crunchy sound, and it was Judah, and he goes, "Mr. Shea, was that your knee?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it was my knee." Yeah.
No, I did not.
Can we use nice 2nd grade language and tone when we are speaking to our classmates?
He thinks I'm stealing something.
We are not stealing. We can borrow. Okay?
You went to.
We are only using supplies. Listen up, friends. We are only using supplies that no one else has on their supply.
I need the tape.
Which do you need? There are 3 different types that I provided.
The big circle one.
The masking. If you have the masking tape, can you raise your hand?
John, I have to do this.
The ma- handy. Here.
I need the gorilla one.
TJ, we'll help you out, bud. Hold on, buddy.
Yes.
Give me a second. I have to give you a starting point. Are you gonna be a star? You wanna say hi, Miss Staples? Hi, Dr. Staples.
Hi.
Here, I have to get down with you. Say hi, Dr. Staples.
Hi, Dr. Staples. Where's Miss Dr. Staples? Bye-bye.
She might be watching one of my classmates. I have a classmate in a kindergarten class. I have a classmate in a 5th grade class, and I have a classmate in the STEM class. Was there anybody else that needed tape?
Wait. Is that classmate a boy?
Nope. All of them are female.
For some reason, when I put my tape under, it's starting to drip glue. I need like the regular tape.
The regular tape is with Sawyer. Yeah, Sawyer has it on his desk. It is green.
I need the Gorilla.
The Gorilla Glue is... Oh, you have too much glue? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hey, let's use
Your own business.
language that is appropriate for school, please. Is this your desk? Was there somebody else that needed tape? Did you want to try tape to hold your stuff together while it dries?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I just put glue on there. That's the big problem.
Okay. Well, glue may work, but you can hold the glue together with the tape.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Maybe wipe it off since we have limited supplies, Trace. Just wipe it off.
Use your own engineer's glue.
Look at that.
Oh my god!
Who took that other?
I'm hearing a lot of frustration, and I hear a lot of friends that are not having tenacity. I hear a lot of friends that they're behind and feeling frustrated because it's not holding together. Re-questioning, we're asking ourselves questions. Why isn't this working? What can I do to change it? How can I make this more stable?
I have three big popsicles right here, and now we only have two.
How do you know that he stole them?
He's the only one that comes to my table.
To help ourselves to our friends' supplies.
That is true.
What is it that you're missing, Judah?
I'm missing one big popsicle that I was
Okay, Violet, I think I have fixed this for you.
Here, maybe you should go ask Peter. Take this over to Peter and say, Peter, are you using this?
All right, you need a couple of little ones. You need a bigger one. Tell me what you need. Bigger one. All right. Okay, be careful with that one once it folds up on itself. Tell me when to stop. Okay. Careful. This one folds in on itself and it will stick to itself. So be careful with this one.
I need some of that.
Okay. TJ, I hear some frustration. Are you done? He's right there. How's it look? You're not excited about it anymore?
That's following you.
It is following me. Okay, I don't know if it's going to record any more time. We are past that. Time's up.